Back in December, we told you about how the season was going for JJ Gabriel. It's only 2 months later, but Gabriel's recent performances require an update. Let me tell you about how he's been performing for the under-18s, not just in the league, but also in a competition in which so many of our academy stars have flourished throughout history. Because JJ Gabriel, wow, he's breaking the rule book. I really am always aware of doing videos about younger players at Manchester United, not overhyping them and sort of raising expectations. But even if I don't say anything about JJ Gabriel, it's going to be covered everywhere else. So I want to give you an update on what's happened with JJ Gabriel in the last couple of months, because this is, I think, will be the third video that we've done in this season. We did a video back in July when people started talking about him. We followed that up in December. And I tell you what, the progress that he continues to make, up to the point where that performance against Oxford, standout performance, Carrick was there to watch him. It feels like we're probably looking at a player who may well become United's youngest ever debutant in the modern era. And I'll explain what he's been doing, all right? If you haven't been following JJ Gabriel's progress, he's been playing for the under-18s this season, all right? This was him putting in an assist for a last-minute winner against Burnley. I'm just showing you different things that he's been getting up to and different, I suppose, standout moments for him. It was a cracking cross, and that was a last-minute winner. So it goes to show he's not just a goal scorer, he's really an all-round creator. Man, he's so technically good on the ball. This is him scoring against City in the derby recently. Completely different position. Very nice. But it's this performance against Oxford in the FA Youth Cup that I think has sort of pushed it back to the surface and why everybody is talking about him today. All right. United won 4-1. He scored a goal, and so did Chido Obi. He nearly didn't play in that game, by the way, because he got a red card in, I think, who was it against? Was it Birmingham? No, I don't know. It wasn't Birmingham. West Brom, I think it was. He got a couple of assists in that game, by the way. But it got overturned, which means he could play in that game against Oxford. And this was the standout moment. If you haven't watched it, probably go on Twitter. I think you'll be able to watch personal highlights of him. I'm going to focus on this goal, but I want to tell you here straight away, just watch how technically good he is with the ball at his feet. Some players stand out at academy level for the right reasons. They really do. Pogba was one of them. Voldemort was another one, unfortunately. Rashford really did too. JJ Gabriel is so technically astute with the ball at his feet, whether it's just like little quick feet movement to get the ball past someone, whether it's a little dribble, whether it's the right decision. He's maturing a lot, and his technical qualities are outstanding. But this was the moment in the game. Receives the ball there, one great touch, pushes it out, fires it in from there. Great goal. The keeper, could he have done better? Maybe, maybe not. But it was a really, really strong finish from him. And an important part of that game, which I don't even think JJ Gabriel knew about. Michael Carrick was in the stands. I don't know whether Travis Binion was there or Johnny Evans or the other staff. I think some of them were. But Michael Carrick made a 320-mile round trip to go and watch the under-18s play in the FA Youth Cup. Now, first, that really tells you, that really goes to show just how much Carrick really wants this job. These little small things, they make a difference. They will make a difference. But for JJ Gabriel and for Chido Obi, it's really exciting for Carrick and the staff to be there. Now, we know that JJ Gabriel can't make his debut this season because he wasn't registered in time for the Premier League. That can happen next season. If we were in cup games, if we were in the Europa League or Champions League, probably wouldn't happen in the Champions League. Maybe you could see him potentially making his debut this season. That's not going to happen. But JJ Gabriel's dad is buzzing to see that Carrick is there. United are creating the pathway. And that's what I mean about sort of rewriting the rule book for this lad. It feels like United are fast-tracking a player who could have left in the summer. I think Jason Wilcox stepped in and United were able to explain to him and convince him that United was the right place for him to continue developing. And I don't particularly think he would be upset with his development this season, because not only has he been really playing well with the under-18s, Chido has actually been putting in some of his best performances so far in the last recent games. You're also seeing just the progress in the first team. He was given a squad number right at the start of the season. He's trained with the first team not once. I don't even think it's twice, actually. I think it's more than that. United are really, I suppose, rolling out the red carpet for a player who, look, Ollie Holt from Daily Mail, this is what I mean. Even if I don't do it and I try and stay back as to not overhype a player, everyone else is going to do it now. Because JJ Gabriel, it's not normal what he's doing at this age. He really, really is not. It's good to hear JJ Gabriel's dad speaking about how happy he is that his lad is at Manchester United, because that's going to be an important part of what comes in these next 18 months, because his birthday, I think, is in October. So I think he turns 16 in October, which means that next October is when he can sign his first professional contract. And up until that point, he's on a scholarship deal. There's going to be a lot of clubs, circling. Now, it really does feel, so Angel Gomez is the youngest ever debutant for Manchester United in the modern era. 16 years old, he was 16 years old and 253 days, something like that. I think he came on when Wayne Rooney went off. I think that was it. In terms of United's youngest ever debutant, it's David Gaskell, who was like 16 years and like 19 days when he made his debut in goal. And that was way back when. So I don't particularly think we'll see JJ Gabriel become the youngest ever debutant for Manchester United in history. But he's very much on course to become the youngest ever debutant in modern history, in the Premier League era. Because you watch him play, as I said, he stands out for all the right reasons. He's not really a moments player. The game kind of plays he's a central figure in whatever United are doing. Now, he's got a really good coach in Darren Fletcher and the under-18s, a really good environment. And Carrick clearly is going to be taking, and has taken, quite an importance towards watching the under-21s, watching the under-18s, and watching the youth team in the academy. He's been in first-team training. You know what I would love to see? I would really love to see United go on to win the FA Youth Cup this year. So we've got these two lads, but you've got Jim Thwaites in there. You've got plenty of others too. It's a talented squad. Remember, we won the under-18s, won the treble under Adam Lawrence. Who's to say that they can't go on to win the FA Youth Cup under Darren Fletcher? I'd love to see it, and I'd love to see these two lift it. If you go back towards FA Youth Cup winning teams before, most recent one, you can pull out Mainu and Garnacho, who made it through to the first team. The one before that, you can go towards Paul Pogba. You can go towards Ryan Tunnicliffe. You can go towards Jesse Lingard. You can go towards... Who else in that team? There were some others too. I can't remember. This lad is a bit of a standout player. And whether or not I do a video on him, the hype clearly is real. He is developing. He's continuing to develop, and he's a 15-year-old playing in the under-18s, and he's the best player in the under-18s. Can he go on to win the FA Youth Cup? Can he inspire United to win the FA Youth Cup? A bit like Garnacho did in that year when he won it. Maybe. But if he was one to watch in the summer, and he was, we've just seen continued and rapid development. And I think United, as I said, are kind of rewriting the rulebook for a player whose pathway is en route to becoming United's youngest debutant of the modern era. Some achievement if he does that.